In the humming sprawl of downtown Chicago, Olivia Grant lived a life woven with routine and quiet solitude. By day, she worked as a graphic designer in a gray office cubicle. By night, she returned to her apartment, where the silence wrapped around her like a heavy blanket. Her roommate was often away, and her social circle had frayed over the years. In the hush of a lonely Friday night, Olivia poured herself a glass of wine and opened Tinder. Swiping had become muscle memory, left, maybe right, left again. It was a dull ritual, until she saw him. Daniel H., 33, photojournalist. I see the world one frame at a time. His profile pictures weren't filtered or fake. One showed him beside a vintage camera, his sleeves rolled up, eyes squinting into the sun. Another, more candid, showed him seated in a cafe, laughing at someone just off-frame. There was something raw and unguarded about him. They matched. The chat started instantly, and unlike most matches, Daniel didn't jump into small talk. He asked about her favorite places to escape the city, what made her feel alive. Olivia found herself answering with a vulnerability she didn't expect. Within 2 days, they had exchanged numbers. Within a week, he asked if she wanted to go on a trip, off-grid, to a cabin in the woods just outside Marquette. A break from swiping and staring at screens, he said. Just you, me, and the trees. Felt fast, reckless even. But she couldn't explain the trust she felt. Maybe it was the loneliness, or maybe the way Daniel made her feel seen. Still, she was cautious. She texted her roommate Daniel's photo, his car's license plate, and their destination coordinates. Just in case, she joked. They drove up on a rainy Saturday morning. The woods thickened as they moved further from civilization. The last 30 minutes were just dirt road and trees. The cabin, when they arrived, was surreal. Clean, organized, rustic but elegant. A fire already burned in the hearth. A pot of coffee steamed on the counter. You came prepared, she said, amused. Always, Daniel replied, smiling. The first night was perfect. They drank wine, talked under starlight, and shared stories of childhood and dreams. Olivia felt light, safe, but around 3 a.m., she woke to silence. Daniel was gone. His phone was still on the nightstand. His coat was gone. She slipped out of bed, calling his name softly. No answer. That's when she noticed the faint draft under the rug in the living room. Curious, she pulled it back. A trapdoor. It creaked open to reveal steep wooden stairs leading into darkness. She hesitated, then descended. The basement was cold and stone-lined. She flicked on the light and froze. The walls were plastered with photographs. Women, all different, posed, smiling, candid shots. Some with makeup, some in pajamas. None of them Olivia. Then she saw it, her own photo. A candid shot from earlier that evening, laughing by the fire. It had been pinned just hours ago. Behind her, a voice. You weren't supposed to see this yet. Daniel. He was holding something, a heavy old film camera. Olivia stepped back, but the stairwell was too far. She grabbed a nearby tripod and swung. The camera cracked. Something red dripped from the broken lens. This was supposed to be perfect, he hissed. You're ruining it. She darted past him, deeper into the basement, slamming the first door she found. Inside, shelves of personal belongings. Phones, ID cards, hairbrushes, trophies. She sobbed silently, covering her mouth. Her hands shook. This wasn't real. Couldn't be. But the truth stared back at her from every shelf. She wasn't the first, but she could be the last. Olivia searched for escape and found a narrow vent behind a broken shelf. She smashed it open with a camera case and squeezed through, scraping her skin against metal and grit. Rats scurried ahead. The shaft led out to the edge of the forest. It was still dark. No signal. No sound, except for a faint whistle echoing from the cabin. Daniel was following. Barefoot and bleeding, Olivia ran. Her mind raced through every survival documentary she'd ever seen. She snapped low-hanging branches as decoys, tossed a flashlight to the side to divert him. Eventually, she reached a clearing. a cliff that overlooked the misty valley. She turned around. Daniel stepped into the moonlight, calm, still carrying his damn camera. "You're something special, Olivia," he said. "The best one yet." "Then this'll make a hell of a finale," she whispered. She lunged at him. The two tumbled dangerously close to the edge. He tried to hold on to her, grabbing her wrist as he slipped, but she grabbed a jutting rock, kicked him away, and watched him vanish into the darkness below. She pulled herself up, cried, then crawled back into the woods, hoping morning would find her. Epilogue. She was found the next day by a ranger. Her roommate had contacted police after receiving no response for over 24 hours. Olivia led them back to the cabin. What they found shocked the nation. 6 women, missing for months, were recovered and identified. The photos, the IDs, the secret graves in the woods. But here's the part that chilled Olivia to her core. The real Daniel H., a photojournalist from New York, had died 2 years ago in a car crash. Someone had been using his identity, building a perfect online persona, luring victims one by one. They never found a body at the base of the cliff. And sometimes, when she walks home alone at night, she hears the faint click of a camera shutter,